The mind is a powerful thing. It shapes everything we do, everything we believe, and ultimately, everything we become. Imagine for a moment that you're holding the key to your own success, but it's hidden, just out of reach, wrapped in a secret thought that you may not even realize exists. This secret thought is blocking your potential, stopping you from reaching heights you've always dreamed of. But what if I told you that today, right here? You can discover and fix that secret thought. What if the very thing standing between you and your wildest dreams could be identified, transformed, and removed? What if the only thing holding you back is your own belief in what you can achieve? Now, this isn't just some abstract idea or a distant hope. This is a truth that many successful people have discovered, often after years of struggle. And once they uncovered it, their lives transformed. So, let's dive into this together. Let's uncover the secret thought that has been blocking your success, and let's fix it once and for all. You may not realize it, but the thoughts you carry in your mind are the foundation of your reality. Every action you take, every choice you make, stems from your thoughts. You're not the result of your circumstances, your education, or even your past experiences. No, you are the result of the thoughts you entertain day in and day out. And it's these thoughts, the ones that linger in the background unnoticed, that shape your future. There's a saying, as a man thinks, so is he. It's more than just a saying, it's a universal truth that governs the lives of all people, successful or not. But there's a catch. While our minds have unlimited potential, they can also be incredibly tricky. The wrong thought, repeated enough times, can easily become a block in the road to your success. It's not always something big and obvious. Sometimes it's subtle, like a whisper telling you that you're not good enough, or that your dreams are too big, or that success is reserved for others, not you. That's the secret thought, and it's powerful. So powerful, in fact, that many people never realize they have it, and it keeps them from moving forward, from striving for more, from tapping into their true potential. So what is this secret thought? It's the belief that success is something external, something that you have to work around, wait for, or depend on others to give you. It's the belief that you are somehow separate from success, that it's an elusive concept only available to a select few. And this belief holds you back. It stops you from taking the actions that would lead to the success you're capable of. You see, success isn't an external force waiting for you to prove yourself worthy of it. Success begins within, with the thought that you are worthy of success, that you are capable, and that the potential for greatness lies within you right now. The moment you wake up each day, you're standing on the edge of infinite possibilities. But what determines whether those possibilities will turn into accomplishments or remain just fleeting thoughts and wishes is the mindset you carry. Each of us is born with the same raw potential, yet some people rise to incredible heights while others struggle, never truly realizing what they're capable of. So, what's the difference? The secret lies not in external circumstances, but in the way we think. In the quiet recesses of our minds, there exists a guiding force, our thoughts, and they hold the power to shape our destiny. From the moment you were born, you began to absorb everything around you. The way people spoke, the way they acted, the messages they sent about what was possible and what was impossible. Those messages, both conscious and subconscious, were like seeds planted in your mind. Over time, some of those seeds grew, nurtured by your experiences, beliefs, and emotions. But there's one thing you must understand. Not all seeds are beneficial. Just like weeds in a garden, certain thoughts can take root in our minds, strangling our potential and blocking us from achieving the success we are meant for. It's not the world outside you that limits your success. It's the thoughts inside you that can either propel you forward or hold you back. Think for a moment about the messages you carry with you. Some of them may have been passed down from others, perhaps even from a place of love or concern. Be realistic. Don't get your hopes up. Success is for the lucky ones. These seemingly harmless phrases, said with good intentions, can become powerful beliefs that shape the way you see the world. These are the thoughts that you begin to believe are true, and over time, they become barriers that confine you to a life much smaller than the one you were meant to live. They limit your ability to see opportunity and make you hesitant to take the risks necessary for growth. And it's not just about the things people have told you. It's the thoughts you've formed on your own, based on your own experiences and self-reflection. How often have you thought, "I'm just not good enough," or "that kind of success is for other people"? These thoughts, though they may seem like harmless reflections or even self-protective strategies, are the very thoughts that keep you from moving forward. They convince you that you aren't capable of more, that you aren't worthy of your dreams. And in doing so, they lock you into a pattern of mediocrity. But here's the truth: your thoughts are not set in stone. They are not fixed, and they do not define you. You are the creator of your thoughts. You have the ability to change them. Right now, in this very moment, you have the power to rewrite the script in your mind. Instead of believing that success is reserved for others, you can decide that it is for you. Instead of seeing failure as a reflection of your abilities, you can see it as a necessary stepping stone to growth. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not their intelligence, their connections, or their opportunities. It's the way they think about themselves and the world around them. You see, success begins with a belief in your own potential, a belief that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. But that belief doesn't come overnight. It's built step by step, thought by thought. Every moment you reinforce the belief that you are capable, that you are worthy, you take a step closer to achieving your goals. And every time you allow doubt, fear, or negativity to take root in your mind, you push your dreams just a little farther away. This doesn't mean that you'll never face challenges. It doesn't mean that everything will always go according to plan. In fact, you'll encounter setbacks and obstacles just like everyone else. The key to success is not avoiding difficulties, but developing the mindset that allows you to persevere through them. It's about choosing to see setbacks as temporary and learning experiences, not as permanent roadblocks. It's about holding fast to the belief that, no matter what happens, you have the power to overcome, to adapt, and to continue moving forward. The moment you begin to believe in your own potential, your life will begin to shift. Opportunities will start to appear where there once seemed to be none. People will be drawn to you, not because of what you have, but because of what you believe. You'll attract the very things you need to succeed, simply because you've chosen to believe that you deserve them. And that belief will guide you, not just in moments of success, but in times of challenge as well. It will help you stay grounded, focused, and resilient, no matter what comes your way. So ask yourself, what are the thoughts that are guiding your life? Are they thoughts that propel you forward, or are they holding you back? Are they thoughts that affirm your potential, or are they thoughts that reinforce your limitations? You have the power to choose. And the moment you choose to shift your thoughts, you shift your life. It is in the power of your thoughts that you hold the key to the success you've always dreamed of. You just have to believe it. The foundation of everything you experience in life is built upon your thoughts. Every action you take, every goal you pursue, every success or failure you encounter begins with a thought. At its core, life is a reflection of the way you think. Imagine for a moment that your mind is like a fertile field. Every thought you have is a seed planted in that field. Some thoughts grow and bloom into positive outcomes, while others, if left unchecked, can grow into weeds that stifle your progress. The reality is, you are constantly planting seeds in your mind, whether you are aware of it or not. And just like in a garden, the quality of what grows depends entirely on what you choose to plant. Now, think about the thoughts that occupy your mind on a daily basis. Are they thoughts of possibility, hope, and opportunity? Or are they filled with doubt, fear, and negativity? It's easy to allow our minds to wander, especially when life gets tough or when things aren't going as we hoped. We get caught up in the struggles, the setbacks, the disappointments, and before long, our thoughts begin to mirror those challenges. But here's the key. The way you choose to think in the face of challenges will determine whether you grow from them or remain stuck in a cycle of limitation. Our thoughts shape how we perceive the world around us. They act as a filter through which we interpret everything that happens. If you think of yourself as someone who is capable and deserving of success, you will begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Your mind will actively seek out ways to make your dreams a reality. On the other hand, if you believe that success is out of your reach, that you're not good enough, or that it's too late for you, your mind will also work to prove that belief true. It will filter out the opportunities, convince you to settle, and keep you trapped in the limitations of your own making. The truth is you are the architect of your own reality, and the quality of your thoughts determines the blueprint you create. The problem lies not in the world around you, but in the way you interpret and respond to it. The external world, with all its circumstances, is neutral. It doesn't have the power to define your future unless you allow it to. But your thoughts, those internal dialogues you have with yourself, they are what shape your reality. So, when things go wrong, when obstacles appear, the question isn't, why is this happening to me? But rather, what am I going to think about this situation? The right thoughts will allow you to learn, grow, and find a path forward, while the wrong thoughts will keep you stuck in a place of defeat and frustration. Consider this: the most successful people in the world, the ones who seem to have it all together, are not immune to adversity. They don't live lives free of challenges or setbacks. The difference is in how they think about those challenges. They don't see obstacles as roadblocks. They see them as stepping stones, as opportunities to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. They understand that setbacks are not permanent, that failure is not an endpoint, but a lesson to be learned. And it's this mindset, this unwavering belief in their ability to succeed, that propels them forward. So how do you change the way you think? How do you ensure that your thoughts work for you, not against you? It starts with awareness. You must become aware of the thoughts that dominate your mind. Start paying attention to your inner dialogue. Are you telling yourself that you can't do something, or that it's too hard? Are you reinforcing the belief that you don't have what it takes? If so, it's time to challenge those thoughts. You must replace them with new, empowering thoughts that affirm your capability and your potential. When faced with a challenge, tell yourself, I can handle this. I have the ability to figure this out. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of your past successes, no matter how small, and recognize that those successes are evidence of your potential. Another key to transforming your thoughts is to surround yourself with positivity. The people, the books, the media you consume, everything influences the way you think. If you constantly expose yourself to negativity, to people who are pessimistic or who doubt your abilities, you will begin to adopt their mindset. But when you surround yourself with people who inspire you, who believe in your potential, and who challenge you to be better, you will begin to see the world differently. You will begin to think differently, and those new thoughts will open doors that you never thought possible. In addition to changing your environment, it's important to take action. Thoughts alone will not create success. They are the starting point, the spark that ignites the fire, but action is what fuels it. The more action you take, the more your thoughts will align with your goals. And the more aligned your thoughts and actions become, the closer you get to achieving what you want. It's not enough to just think positively. You must back those thoughts with consistent, purposeful action. Action creates momentum, and momentum leads to results. Your thoughts are the most powerful tool you have in shaping your future. They are the architects of your destiny, the foundation upon which everything else is built. The thoughts you choose to entertain, the beliefs you choose to hold, will determine how far you go in life. The good news is that you have complete control over your thoughts. You can decide right now to start thinking in a way that supports your dreams, that drives you towards success, and that fuels your potential. The choice is yours, and the power is in your hands. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the foot of a great mountain, one that seems insurmountable, an obstacle that appears far too large to overcome. You look up at its peak and feel a wave of doubt wash over you. The climb looks impossible, the path uncertain, and yet, in that moment, something shifts inside of you. You realize that while the mountain is formidable, it isn't an immovable force. It is simply a series of steps, one after another, and with every step you take, you grow stronger, more capable, and closer to your goal. The only question that remains is whether you will begin that climb or allow your fears and doubts to keep you standing at the base, never daring to take the first step. So often we find ourselves paralyzed by the enormity of our dreams, by the sheer scale of what we wish to achieve. The goal seems so far away, so difficult to reach, and the challenge so great that it becomes easier to turn away, to avoid the struggle, to pretend that we are content where we are. But here's the simple truth: success, Like the climb of that mountain is a series of small, manageable steps. It's not about overcoming some huge, insurmountable challenge all at once. It's about taking that first step, and then the next, and the next, until you reach the summit. And if you can learn to think of your success in these terms, of breaking it down into manageable, bite-sized actions, then you will no longer feel overwhelmed. You will feel empowered, capable, and ready to take on whatever lies ahead. One of the most common misconceptions about success is that it is a grand, sudden achievement that comes with a single life-changing moment. People often look at the successful individuals around them and think that they somehow possess a secret gift, an inherent advantage that the average person does not. But the truth is that success is not about some dramatic stroke of luck or an overnight transformation. Success is the result of countless small actions taken consistently over time. It's about discipline, persistence, and an unwavering belief that you are worthy of achieving your dreams. When you break down success into small, consistent actions, the path forward becomes much clearer. The key to unlocking your potential lies in your ability to take action, even when you don't feel ready or when the outcome isn't guaranteed. Many people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect set of circumstances, before they take the first step toward their goals. But the perfect moment rarely comes. It's easy to convince ourselves that we'll take action once everything is aligned just right. But in reality, waiting for the ideal conditions can keep us stuck forever. The truth is that there will never be a perfect time to start. There will never be a perfect set of circumstances that guarantees success. But what you do have control over is your ability to start, right now with what you have, and trust that the journey will unfold as you go. When you take that first step, you are telling the universe that you are ready, that you are serious about your dreams, and that you are willing to do whatever it takes to turn them into reality. Taking action is the proof that you believe in yourself, that you trust in your ability to learn and grow along the way. And even if you encounter setbacks or face challenges, taking action ensures that you are learning, adjusting, and moving forward. It's when we stop taking action that we stagnate, that we allow our doubts and fears to take over. And in that moment of inaction, we begin to accept that failure is our destiny, that our dreams are not meant to be. But if you can learn to take action, regardless of the obstacles, you will quickly discover that success doesn't happen all at once. It's not a single leap from one place to another. It's a gradual process, a continual unfolding. Each small victory, each moment of growth, compounds upon the last, and before you know it, you will look back and realize how far you've come. The key is in the journey, in the willingness to keep going, even when the end result is still out of sight. When you focus too much on the destination, it becomes easy to get discouraged by how far away it seems. But when you focus on the steps, on the progress you're making, no matter how small, you begin to see that the journey itself is a success. It's also important to understand that no step is ever wasted. Every action you take, even if it doesn't lead directly to the result you were hoping for, teaches you something valuable. The road to success is never a straight line. There will be bumps, detours, and unexpected turns, but these are all part of the process. In fact, it's often the detours, the moments when things don't go as planned, that provide the greatest opportunities for learning and growth. Success is not about avoiding mistakes. It's about learning from them, adapting, and continuing to move forward. The only true failure comes when you stop trying, when you give up on your dreams entirely. And so, as you set out on your own journey, remember that success is not defined by a single event, but by the accumulation of consistent actions taken in the direction of your goals. It's not about reaching the summit in one leap, but about putting one foot in front of the other, day after day, week after week, until you are standing on top of the mountain. Each step you take brings you closer, and each step you take is a victory in itself. So, take that first step. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't let the enormity of the task ahead hold you back. Start now with what you have, and trust that as you move forward, the path will become clearer, the obstacles more manageable, and the goal more attainable. The journey to success begins with the courage to take action, no matter how small that action may seem. Keep moving forward, and you'll find that success isn't as distant as it once seemed. There's a common myth that success is something that happens to us, something that we either get or don't get based on circumstances or luck. But the truth is much more empowering. Success is something that we create. It's not about waiting for the right moment or for the world to hand us the opportunity. It's about recognizing that the power to succeed lies within us, in the choices we make, in the thoughts we entertain, and in the actions we take. The reality is that success is a habit, and just like any other habit, it is built over time, one decision, one action, one thought at a time. It's all too easy to look around and compare ourselves to others, to measure our success based on the success of those around us. We often look at someone who has achieved great things and think, they must have had some special advantage, something I don't have. But that's simply not true. What you see on the outside is only a reflection of the inner work, the mindset, and the habits that have been cultivated over time. Success isn't about being born into the right family or having the perfect set of circumstances. It's about developing the habits and attitudes that lead to success, and then staying committed to them every single day. If you look closely at the habits of successful people, you'll notice one thing they all have in common. They don't wait for things to happen. They don't wait for the perfect opportunity or the perfect conditions to act. They simply begin. They take the first step, no matter how small, and build momentum from there. They don't let fear or doubt stop them. Instead, they choose to focus on what they can do today, right now, to move forward. And as they continue to make progress, the next step becomes clearer, the next opportunity more apparent, and the path to success more defined. Habits are powerful because they become the foundation of everything we do. When success becomes a habit, it doesn't require as much effort or willpower to keep moving forward. It becomes second nature, like breathing or walking. But developing the habit of success doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistency. It requires making the right choices even when it's difficult, and doing the right things even when they don't seem to yield immediate results. Success is not an event, it's a process, and that process is built by the accumulation of small, consistent actions. Think about the habits you have right now. Do they align with the success you want to achieve? Or do they pull you away from your goals, leading you to procrastinate, to doubt yourself, or to stay stuck in comfort? Many people have habits that are counterproductive to their dreams. They spend their time on things that don't serve their long-term goals, and in doing so, they waste the most precious resource they have: time. Time is the one thing you can never get back, and yet, so many of us spend it on activities that don't help us grow or move us forward. This is where the difference between success and failure lies. In the small decisions we make every day. It's not the big decisions that determine your future, but the small, seemingly insignificant ones. What time do you wake up in the morning? What do you do first thing? What do you focus on throughout the day? Do you let distractions pull you away from your purpose? Or do you remain focused on your goals, doing what needs to be done to move forward? These are the daily habits that determine your success, because every action you take is either bringing you closer to your dreams or pushing you further away. And the truth is, these habits can be developed by anyone. You don't have to be born with a special talent or advantage to cultivate the habits of success. You simply need to decide today that you are going to adopt them. Start small. Begin with one habit, one action that aligns with your goals, and stick to it. Whether it's waking up earlier, working on your craft for just 30 minutes every day, or eliminating distractions, every small change you make compounds over time and leads you closer to the success you desire. But it's not just about the habits themselves. It's about the mindset behind them. The mindset of success is built on the belief that you are capable, that you are worthy of achieving your goals, and that you are in control of your destiny. This mindset allows you to push through the tough times, to keep going even when things aren't going as planned, and to stay committed to your vision. When you truly believe that you are capable of success, that belief will drive your habits and your actions. It will give you the confidence to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, and to embrace the challenges that come your way. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by chance. They got there by developing the right habits and committing to them day in and day out. They didn't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect circumstances. They made the most of what they had and kept going, no matter what. Success for them became a way of life, a habit that they built over time through consistent action, focus, and perseverance. And so, the question is not whether you have the potential for success. The question is, are you willing to cultivate the habits that will lead you there? Are you willing to make the small, consistent choices every day that will shape your future? The power to create the life you want lies within you, and it begins with your habits. Start today. Make success your habit and watch as your life begins to change. The time to begin is now. There is a profound truth that we often overlook in our pursuit of success. We are not bound by the limitations we think we have. So many of us walk through life carrying an invisible burden, the weight of self-doubt, insecurity, and fear of failure. These burdens, however, are not real. They are nothing more than figments of our imagination, thoughts that we have allowed to take root in our minds, and they block the vast potential within us. The greatest limitation that stands between you and your success is not the circumstances you find yourself in, the resources you lack, or the competition you face. It's your own belief in what you think is possible for you. Most people go through life accepting the idea that their future is determined by what they've been told is possible or what they have already experienced. They look at their past mistakes, their failures, or their lack of opportunity, and they convince themselves that these things define who they are and what they can achieve. But the truth is, your past does not have to dictate your future. You are not defined by the mistakes you've made, the setbacks you've encountered, or the limitations others have placed upon you. What defines you is the way you choose to think about yourself and your future. The moment you begin to change your internal dialogue, to see yourself not as a product of your past, but as a creator of your future, you unlock a world of possibility. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances, and you start seeing yourself as the architect of your own destiny. The shift in perspective is powerful, because once you see yourself as the creator of your reality, you begin to take control of your thoughts, your actions, and your outcomes. You stop waiting for things to happen to you, and you start making things happen. This process of transformation begins with a simple but crucial understanding. You are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are simply the product of your past experiences, your beliefs, and the information you've absorbed. But you, the person you truly are, have the power to choose which thoughts you entertain, which beliefs you hold, and which habits you cultivate. The moment you realize this, you begin to take back control. You stop being a passive observer of your life, and you become an active participant in shaping it. One of the most powerful ways to break free from the limitations of self-doubt is by consciously shifting your focus. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, on the obstacles that stand in your way, or on the things you believe are beyond your reach, begin focusing on what you can do right now to move toward your goals. Break down your dreams into small, manageable steps and take one step every single day. When you focus on what you can do, rather than on what you can't, you shift the balance of power from your limitations to your potential. It's important to remember that the mind cannot focus on two things at once. So, when you consciously choose to focus on the positive, on the actions that will lead you to success, you eliminate the mental space that is occupied by fear, doubt, and negativity. Every time you catch yourself thinking, "I can't," replace the thought with, "I can." Every time you catch yourself thinking, "This is too difficult," replace it with, "This is a challenge I can overcome." By doing this consistently, you will reprogram your mind to support your goals and your success rather than sabotaging it. The key to this transformation is consistency. You won't change your thoughts overnight, and you won't achieve your dreams in an instant. But every day, every moment, is an opportunity to take one step closer to who you want to become. It's about creating new mental patterns, new habits of thought that support the vision you have for your life. And over time, these new patterns will become your default, and you will begin to see the world differently. You will no longer see yourself as limited by your circumstances or your past. You will see yourself as capable of achieving greatness, capable of overcoming whatever challenges come your way. But perhaps the most important shift you can make is understanding that success is not something that is reserved for a select few. It's not an exclusive club that only the lucky or privileged can enter. Success is available to anyone who is willing to do the work, to believe in their potential, and to persist through the challenges. You don't need special talent or resources to be successful. All you need is the willingness to take control of your thoughts, to believe in yourself, and to take consistent action. Success doesn't depend on who you are, where you come from, or what you have. It depends on what you believe about yourself, what you are willing to do, and how determined you are to make it happen. When you start to see success as a matter of personal responsibility, as something that is within your control, you take the most important step toward achieving it. The reality is that success is not a destination, but a journey that is determined by the thoughts you think, the actions you take, and the belief you hold in your own ability to create the life you want. Every day, you are presented with opportunities to shape your future, to reinforce your beliefs in your potential, and to take steps toward your goals. When you stop looking at success as something that is outside of you, something that depends on luck or circumstances, and start seeing it as something you can create, you unlock the true power within you. This is not a distant dream, but a very real possibility. You have the power to break free from the limitations that have held you back for so long. You have the ability to change your thoughts, to change your beliefs, and to create the future you desire. And it all begins with one simple, empowering realization: you are the creator of your own success. There is one thing, above all else, that separates those who achieve great things from those who don't. It's not talent, it's not education, and it's not the right connections or even luck. What truly makes the difference between success and failure is the ability to persist, to keep moving forward, no matter what obstacles stand in your way. In fact, persistence is the one quality that can turn failure into success, that can turn dreams into reality. If you're serious about achieving your goals and living the life you desire, you must understand the power of persistence. It's the fuel that keeps the fire of your dreams burning when things get tough, and it's the difference between those who reach their destination and those who give up along the way. The truth is, success isn't something that happens in a straight line. There are no smooth, uninterrupted paths to achieving your dreams. There will be setbacks, roadblocks, and unexpected detours. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when we least expect it. But it's in these moments of difficulty that persistence becomes not just valuable, but essential. When you face adversity, and you will face it, make no mistake, you have two choices. You can either let the setback define you, or you can use it as an opportunity to grow stronger. The people who succeed are those who choose the latter. They refuse to let failure stop them. They refuse to let a tough situation determine their outcome. They keep moving forward, step by step, until they reach their destination. One of the most powerful lessons to learn is that failure is not something to be feared. It's not a permanent condition. It's not an endpoint, but a temporary setback. Every successful person has experienced failure, but what sets them apart is how they respond to it. Instead of quitting, they persist. Instead of feeling defeated, they see failure as a lesson, as a chance to learn, to adapt, and to try again. Failure is simply feedback. Feedback that tells you what isn't working, so you can find a better way. The key is to keep trying, to keep adjusting, and to never give up. Persistence is a mindset. It's the belief that no matter how many times you fall, you can always get back up and try again. It's the unwavering conviction that the journey you're on is worth every challenge, every obstacle, and every difficulty that comes your way. The persistent person doesn't see problems as insurmountable. They see them as puzzles to be solved. They know that for every challenge there is a solution, and they are committed to finding it. This mindset of persistence doesn't mean that you won't face frustration or doubt along the way. It simply means that when those feelings arise, you don't let them control you. You acknowledge them, learn from them, and continue forward with renewed determination. Consider for a moment the people who have accomplished great things throughout history. They didn't get there because everything went smoothly. They didn't get there because they had an easy road. They got there because they refused to give up. Thomas Edison, for example, failed over 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb, but he didn't let failure stop him. Instead, he kept going, relentlessly trying new methods, and eventually, he succeeded. When asked about his many failures, Edison simply said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." This mindset of persistence is what separated him from the thousands of others who tried and gave up. It's what allowed him to achieve something that changed the world. The power of persistence is not just about continuing to act in the face of failure. It's also about staying true to your vision, even when others doubt you. When you have a clear goal and an unwavering belief in your ability to achieve it, the opinions of others don't matter. People will tell you that your dreams are impossible, that what you're trying to do can't be done. They'll tell you that you should settle for something more realistic, that you should be more practical. But if you listen to those voices, if you allow them to sway you, you'll never reach your true potential. Persistence means shutting out the doubters and the naysayers and staying focused on your own vision. This persistence doesn't have to be about huge, dramatic actions. It's the small, consistent steps taken every single day that build the momentum towards success. It's the decision to wake up early, to work hard, to learn something new, and to push through the tough times when every part of you wants to quit. Success doesn't happen overnight, but with persistence, it happens bit by bit. And the more persistent you are, the more you begin to see progress. You'll reach milestones you never thought possible, and each small victory will reinforce your belief that you can do this, that you are capable of achieving your dreams. What often happens is that people give up just when they are on the brink of success. They don't realize that the breakthrough they are seeking is often just one more step ahead. It's easy to get discouraged when progress seems slow, when the road ahead looks long, and when the end goal seems distant. But persistence is the belief that your efforts are not in vain, that every step you take brings you closer to your destination, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. It's the understanding that success is not a matter of instant gratification, but of long-term commitment. If you want to achieve something truly remarkable in your life, you must develop the habit of persistence. You must embrace the challenges, knowing that they are the very things that will strengthen you. You must learn to keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough, and to trust that the results will come, as long as you don't quit. The path to success is not for the faint of heart, but for those who are willing to persist, to endure, and to push forward no matter the obstacles. So, the next time you face difficulty, the next time you encounter failure, remember this: it's not the obstacle that defines you, but your ability to persist in the face of it. Keep going, keep believing, keep moving forward, and you will find that success is not a distant dream, but a reality that you can create for yourself, one persistent step at a time. In the end, the journey to success is not a simple path laid out for us by fate. It's one that we carve out with our thoughts, our actions, and our persistence. The power to shape your future lies within you, waiting to be unlocked by the choices you make each day. Success is not an event, it's a process, a continual unfolding of your thoughts, beliefs, and consistent efforts. You have the ability to overcome the secret thoughts that block your potential, to replace doubt with belief, to cultivate the habits that lead to greatness, and to persist through every challenge you encounter. As you stand at the starting point of your journey, remember that success is not about waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal conditions. It's about taking that first step, even when the path ahead seems unclear. It's about understanding that every failure is not an endpoint but a lesson, and that each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. It's about seeing yourself not as a victim of circumstances, but as the creator of your own destiny. The life you desire is within your reach. You have everything you need to achieve it: the power of your thoughts, the strength of your actions, and the unwavering persistence to keep going, even when the road gets tough. Embrace the challenges, trust in your abilities, and know that with every step, you are moving closer to the success that is meant for you. Now, it's your time to act. The future you want starts with the decisions you make today, the thoughts you choose to entertain, and the actions you take in pursuit of your dreams. Take control of your mind, your habits, and your actions, and you'll find that success is not some distant, unattainable goal. It's something you can create for yourself, one step at a time. The power is within you. Step forward and make it happen.